Welcome back to another stream. In this stream, we're going to be taking a look at the Neovim. Wait for that motorcycle to go by. We're going to be taking a look at the Neovim 0.8 release. I'm going to be going over and just highlighting some of the stuff that I'm interested in with it. Going to be answering questions and going over, if you guys have something you want to take a look at, any features that you specifically want clarification on. I mean, I don't know every single last feature, but just the stuff that I do know, or maybe you want to show me something that I don't know about this particular release. How's it going, Yaver? Is it out? Yes, it is officially out. What's up, Wormhole Cowboy? What's up? All right, so let's take a look here. So really quick, I'm just going to go over a couple things. Chris@machine.com, YouTube channel. You can join as a member. You should subscribe. Subscribing's free. You should just subscribe. Thank you very much. And make sure to like the video. You can follow me on Twitter, LunarVim. We're going to talk a little bit about that later today. We're going to talk about the 2.0 release. Sponsor me on GitHub. Sponsor me on Patreon. And let's talk about the release. All right, so let's go to... I'm still a little bit sick, too. I'm not really sick. It's just like I have a cough. I don't know what it is, but anyway. So, Neovim, look at this. See? Release 0.8. Can you install it? Can you upgrade it right now, and then you can release it from your package manager, or get the release from your package manager? Probably not. Depends what distro you're on and how quickly that particular package repository updates software, and specifically Neovim when they update it. So that's going to be something that you got to take up with them. Did I update the thumbnail for this? No, I didn't. Hold up. I wonder if I can change it like post hoc. Hold up. Let me open this. Save that. All right. I hope it changed. So can someone confirm that changed? How's it going, Victor? How's it going, Brian? Is the new context menu? Are you talking about like the I don't know what you mean by context menu. Talking about like the right-click menu thing that exists now? Does everyone know there's a right-click thing now, and immediately it says how to disable the mouse here? Which is kind of funny. I'm not really sure that they really need to put that there. I mean, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, anyway. How's it going, Per Pedersen? What's up, Tech Pills? Oh, you're Gabmus? Cool. Oh, you said you had a YouTube channel. I'll have to check it out at some point. Dude, this started right as I left my CES class. Cool. Did you look at the links I sent in Matrix? Yeah, I looked at one of them from Greg Curl. We can talk about that later. But yeah, we can talk about that. How's it going, Frank? All right, it's called the context menu. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So I just call it the right-click menu. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull. I'm still on like the dev release. So if I do like this version, right? So I'm on like Neovim 0.8 dev. I've been on 0.8 for a while, so a lot of this stuff is not like news to me, but and might not be news to everybody here, but we might as well just pull it down. So right now I'm on master. We could probably just check out the release if I like git pull. All right, git check out. Do they have release 0.8 in here anywhere? There it is. Okay, so now we're on release 0.8. I'm going to make dist clean. Do make cmake build type release. Well, we'll give that some time. And I'm going to install that, and then we'll go over all the new features. So I'm just going to install it from source. This is just usually how I install it, so I can just keep up with all the new features and stuff like that. It's just the easiest way for me to do it, I guess. I don't know. And this is a good way if it's not out in your package manager yet or whatever. You can just grab the repo and do what I just did. So you can just you don't probably have to do the disk clean, but you can just do make cmake type release. And then after you do that, sudo make install. Just make sure to remove whatever Neovim you already have on your system if you want to do it that way, and check it out. Look at the matrix. I added LSP actions in the context menu. That's kind of cool. Can I open this and make it big? Or did you... Why can't I make it big? Oh, here we go. You got to play to make it big. All right, so here's somebody. Check this out. So look at that. See? So you can do like that. It's kind of cool. I don't know. someone could find some use from it. Feels a little bit like heresy, but it could be good for noobs. I feel like we'll probably add like some stuff in there for LunarVim. It's on by default, so we can probably put all the cool LSP stuff, like how he's doing here, in there. Look, see, he's got that code action, expand diagnostics. See, look at that. You can do like a rename from that menu. Watch, there'll be like 50 different plugins for different context menus and stuff like that now. So get ready for those. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That was a cool feature. Maybe I'll play it again later on in the video. This is from Gabmus, and I don't know if do you put stuff on your channel at Tech Pills? Maybe it's up over on Tech Pills. When will 0.9 be released? I don't know. I'm not in charge of any of that. Real men compile from source. That's absolutely true. Okay, so we did that. Let's do sudo make. Watch it like not work or something. Sudo make install. All right, there we go. Oh, that's Neovim. We're gonna be using LunarVim throughout this stream because it's the same thing as Neovim. There's just like some config stuff on top. Anyway, so yeah, that was me installing it. Let's close this. Let's reopen Neovim, and let's talk about some of the stuff. So this one is just like, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, is it not there? Right now I'm using an Apple trackpad, so I can do this. But so like for me the double click is it's a double click, it's not a right click. So yeah, anyway, you can like do stuff like select all, and then we can come down here and like I guess delete. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, you could do this. I don't necessarily know. I mean, it's neat, I guess. I think you do like paste, right? Oh, that was the last thing that was in my register, I guess. And then you can click on how to disable mouse, and it'll oh, look at this. This is great. Uh-oh. We might already have some tree sitter problems with the new update. We might have to update some other things with tree sitter. It's a good time actually to merge a particular PR for LunarVim and make sure that we update all of the dependencies. So let's go do that, because what am I doing? Let me go to the project. We have this cool bot. I really don't know how it works. I haven't like looked into it. Let's see. Sure, plugins deprecated. Yeah, we got to do that too. Oh, we should have had this for Hacktoberfest. Maybe we can put the label Hacktoberfest on this, and LVim user, if you want to participate in that, we can do that. Bump the plugin versions. Look, it just goes through this file and it just finds all the things and it bumps them. So yeah, anyway, let's install them. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Also, make sure if just because I'm over here, we got the Matrix server. It's in the chat. We got Discord server, or not in the chat. It's in the description of the video, and so is the Discord server. So go check that out if you're not already there. Let's see. Keyboard sounds so nice. It's a nice keyboard. I like this keyboard. Nah, don't do that. Nix is no. I don't like Nix. I'm like anti-Nix now. It is most heretic. The right-click menu. It's heretical, right? But whatever. It works good. It's got nice little. See, it's solid. Does LunarVim work on Windows? Yeah, I think it does. I've never done it. Channel's on hiatus. We'll probably rebrand and relaunch with different content at some point. Well, make sure you do it. That new NVim is mighty slick. Yeah, I think so. What's your modifier key? It's I'm not on a Mac. Ever consider using? I can't. Does this? Oh, this works for. Okay, we'll check that out later. All right, I'm just gonna save that over there, and we'll look at that for the next stream. Yeah, if you manage to fix the tree sitter thing, it'd be real nice. Okay, let's open up a PR for. Okay, we're gonna save that for Hacktoberfest. So tomorrow we'll merge it. Okay, are you doing Hacktoberfest? Because it's got that link on it. Will you ever work directly on Neovim? Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm already doing all this stuff with LunarVim. Maybe one day I'll go dive deeper into like the runtime, see like the Lua stuff. It might be interesting. Any concerns of bloat? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is this is the most bloated thing I would say. But who cares? I think it's kind of a cool feature, I guess. I don't know. It's not really for me. I don't know. Who knows? It could be interesting. I don't think it's... I mean, well, look at this, for instance. How about we take a look at this? If we go look at the Neovim website, wherever the hell that is, Neovim, we'll just type that in. It can't be necessarily more bloated than Vim itself, right? Because it has from at least the inception. I don't know. Maybe it's worse at this point. Maybe this is outdated, right? But when Neovim first started, it had 30% less source code than Vim, right? So maybe adding this little context menu was maybe a tad bit bloated, but I don't know. To me, it's just like a feature, and people can use it if they want. If they don't like it, they can turn it off. You know, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that because there's other cool things that we can take a look at that are new features. Let's go. Yeah, let's do this. So if you go, click on the release. So you can go to the GitHub page like this. And you can click on the release like this, right? And you can go down here. And you can do like a little reaction, right? A lot of people do that. We'll do a little celebrate reaction. I guess it takes a while, but there you go. So this is where all the things changed. Refactors, I don't care. Performance, I don't know. Might be interesting. I've never really noticed like a performance issue in my life, so I don't know. It's just I don't care too much. Build system, it's boring to me for the most part. Do they have a Lua JIT update thing in here? They got new tree sitter stuff, which will probably just break your stuff for right now. Message pack update. I don't know if that might have been a major update. You can tell it's a major update, right? And that there might be a breaking change in it because they bumped the major version. Let's see what else. And there was something else in here. I don't see it. Okay. Just a couple updates, I guess, for like Lua JIT. That seems to be the most interesting stuff from there. This I think is. This is all bug fixes, so if you had a bug and it was annoying, then maybe your bug was fixed in here somewhere. And this is the interesting stuff. So it's right at the top, the new features and the breaking changes. Right? So you might care about these breaking changes if you're like a plugin developer or something like that, or if you're having some issues. But yeah. So here we go. New features. Enable file type Lua by default. I thought that was already a thing. So I don't know if that's like super news to me. Let's take this and actually put it next to the chat. I think that would probably be more conducive to a discussion here. Love your commitment to stream every day. Keep it up. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, so I'll probably keep it up for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I had to get updates for the plugins, then it worked fine. Okay, it's probably that then. So I just merged the thing, so let me just make sure. Let me go into CD, local, LVim, and get those updates. Okay, and then we're going to open this up. We're going to do a Packer sync, and we're going to get all the newest stuff. And we're going to do a Packer compile. I don't know if that doesn't matter. Anyway, so now if we do this, I wonder if we'll still have the tree sitter problem. I think it fixed it. What is this shit? Why is there like a I feel like there's a space that's not. You see the problem? Anyway. Say like there maybe should be a space there. Anyway, who cares? So mentioned the right-click menu like a month ago. I've heard about it. I just like forgot it was a thing for the longest. Would you ever collab with TJ? Maybe. I don't know. I get with collaboration. People have asked me like I've had like a bunch of channels ask me to do like collabs and stuff like that, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I just feel awkward in those situations. No more Hyperland in the title? Yeah, I can only fit so many words in the title. Bloat for one man is a feature for another. This is true. Wait, are you using Firefox? LibreWolf. 0.8 released? Yes, but it'll take a while to hit your package manager probably. If they add more Neovim features, we can cut out some modules. That's true. The more stuff that's built in Neovim, the less stupid plugin nonsense you have to pull in. But sometimes there's a feature that gets added, and it just inspires like 30 plugins, though, so... You know, cut out some, yeah. Dude, I don't know. I do the ping me on this. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you guys hit the bell button on this somewhere. There's a bell button somewhere, I think. I don't know. I got to get better with announcing streams. Maybe I should do it on Twitter. Then I'll have a reason to have a stupid Twitter. I don't think so. I think the tree sitter problem's fixed after updating. Look at this, see? I can scroll through and it's just fine. Right? It's just got a stupid spacing problem. Besides that, it's, you know, looks good to me. Alright. You prefer manually using Git and command line over something like lazy Git, right? I use both. So I don't know. Sometimes I'll just like open up. This should have my new terminal stuff, yeah. Sometimes I'll open up like a terminal just to like check out a branch or something like that, just because, or do like git log or git status or something like that. But a lot of the time I'll use lazy Git to like put a commit in and then push it up or something. I do. I see people use all sorts of messed up Git GUIs while the command line is so easy. Yeah, it is, but and the GitHub PR. I mean, this is really fast. Like I use this for adding, committing, and pushing, and that's it. Everything else I typically use like commands for. It looks like it might be a highlighting issue. I don't know. Good thing you compile. Yep. Compile chads. All right, so now let's take a look at a couple other new features, cool things, and how I've seen them used. So the context menu is cool. If you guys didn't see this video, I don't know, there's more people here. I might as well show this video again because it's kind of cool to people who care about this kind of thing. I mean, more than half of you are going to find this to be bloated, and even the author of this clip is like, you know, it's kind of silly, but it's cool though, isn't it? A little bit. Like you get this little pop-up menu, and like you can get little like LSP options in there, right? So just wait for him to do another one. We're lacking on content here. Okay, there we go. So you can go to definition, hovering over something. So I'm assuming it just grabs the word, maybe with like C word under it or something. I don't know. So you can get the expand diagnostics. Yep. All right. I know that's heresy to most people, but whatever. Yeah, who cares? So that's one thing. The file type Lua thing, I thought that was like already a thing. For instance, like this is what I think that is. I don't know. Someone else can correct me if I'm wrong. But if I put like, for instance, like lua.lua in here for like Lua files, and then if I open it up and I do something like print hello inside of here, and then if I open up like a Lua file, whoops, what the hell? See how it says hello there? Right, so it's kind of like an auto command, just depending on like what file type is open. So it'll only open for like Lua files. I thought that's what that was. I don't know if that's something new, but that's how I understand that. I have no idea what undo exclamation point is. Let's talk about this. Click support for status line and WinBar. I don't have that activated, but like you can click on these elements now and get them to do something. This is a very mouse heavy release, isn't it? So, like, you can click on, like, these different elements. I'm not, like, I can't because I don't have a thing for it. But, like, for instance, Lualine supports it. You can add an on-click event. So, I don't know. If anyone's interested in seeing that, just let me know if you're interested in seeing the clickable status line thing, and then I'll do that. Let's see. Command height 0, that's an easy thing for me to show you. I kind of hate this. Not because I hate the idea, but just because I liked it initially, and then I was like, it started to annoy me because things started popping up down there, and I had to keep pressing enter to get them to go away. I don't know. Maybe that's handled now. Maybe we can check it out. So if you change your command height, and mine's like in like a little thing, but you'll do like vim.o.cmd height equals. Can we see the options? Right now it's set to 1. Okay, it doesn't give you the other options in the little pop-up menu there, I guess, but. We can set it equal to 0, so you'll do it like that. I'm just going to change it in here. Okay. And so now we'll close this, reopen it. See, that was the problem. See, now the hello thing comes up for Lua, but then it's like press enter to type to continue, whatever, right? Now it's cool because it gives you that extra space, so we don't have that. You know what I mean? So I get an extra couple pixels there. And it's really great when you pair this with something like WinBar, and then you get rid of the tab line too, and it's just like you get a lot of space, right? But and it's just cleaner. But like, you know, you go to put a command in and your whole freaking status bar disappears. So I don't know what command like you could and this is the thing. You'll see every single time like that you have something that prints and we open up a new Lua file, right? Then that'll happen. And that was for me doing the That was from me doing this earlier, right? So we can get rid of that. We can open it back up, and we can see that they won't be like that all the time, but... Right. So, yeah, this is a thing. When I go to put in a command, like, I don't really know, telescope, find files, right? You can see that my whole status line disappears, and then it'll come back when I'm done, like, doing the command. So that's, like, a thing. I don't know, if you're interested. Yeah. Why don't I use Fugitive? I don't know. Lazy Git was... I so often only, like, add a file and then commit it and then push it, so... Or just type pull or something, so I don't know. Maybe... I used to use Fugitive. I just don't feel like installing another plugin and, like, thinking about it, I guess. Another thing I'll use is Git signs for stuff, but I'm not going over my Git workflow too much right now. Video of MVim 8 looks almost like Neovim. And it's MV Punk. Is that another distribution that's on the scene now? What is the hashtag thing? What are you guys talking about? What's with the hashtag the thing? What are you talking about? I don't know what... People have been saying that to me, and I don't know what that means. What compositor am I using? See, someone's asking the correct question. This is, well, it's for Wayland. So they don't have window managers in Wayland. This is a Hyperland. Hyperland's going to get a lot of press today because of the Neovim release. But yeah, see, look at this. Right now I'm using like an Apple trackpad. I know that's also like, you know, people have a problem with that. But look, see how smooth I can do this? And you can zoom. Look, I can pinch zoom. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? So I'm just pinching my fingers on the trackpad right now. And I'm zooming. Anyway, so Hyperland, yeah. What's up? Okay, command height 0 could be good for Termux. Yeah, but anytime something prints, it just gets in the way. Adding all this mouse support in... Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have led with the mouse support, huh? So, are you getting any issues with fidget? No, not really. I mean, sometimes, if I exit too fast. No, I mean, yep. How's it going from Argentina? Cool. Alright, well, maybe it's not ready to be advertised yet. How's it going? DefN, Wayland? Yeah, we're on Wayland now, for the most part. Is Hyperland configured with Lua? No. Pinch zoom, one of the big... Yeah, I know, that's what I like too. See, you can pinch zoom. You gotta get over on Wayland and Hyperland. Alright, so, okay, let's look at new features. Let's look at a couple other good features. So, mouse scroll, I don't really know what the hell that is. So let's keep going. Man, port it over to Lua, I guess. I don't really, that's not a big deal to me, I guess. Add the unsilent command. Okay. Add group name to, okay, so when you get auto commands, I guess you can filter by group name. One that's interesting on here. Oh, by the way, you might not know this, but now Neovim has a couple other places to put things like state, right? So there's these XDG things, like standardized places to put things. So now these are the things I might as well tell people because there's a good amount of people here, and I feel like this is good knowledge to know if you're using Neovim. Okay, so if you go to .local, well, okay, let's start with the one you definitely know about. .config nvim. Okay, this is one of them. This is where you keep your Neovim config. All right, you know about that one. How about .cache? Right, so you can go to .cache and then nvim. All right, that's another XDG place, and this is where all your caching and stuff like that goes. All right, there's another one for .local share nvim. All right, and this is where like data that is like like that your running instance needs, things like your LSP servers. Plugins use this place to install LSP servers with like Mason or the old project. Project.mvim puts stuff here for like to keep a list of your projects. Your sessions are stored here. Your plugins for Packer are stored under site and like way down there. That's where your plugins are. Swap, undo, telescope history's here if you're using that. Harpoon here, DAP stuff, whatever. So this is where like a lot of data lives. Okay, so that's another one. Another one is inside of state. So I think it's back one .local state. Yeah. Okay. So this is a new thing. So some things are going to use this, and so now we're in nvim. And what? Okay. This is I guess where your SHADA stuff is kept, and probably now the swap here is like like old swap, like that's probably just not where that is anymore. And undo is also here now too. So this is where some logs are kept. And okay, it's another place that you probably should know about that you may not have known. I don't know. Maybe everybody already knew that. Search by selection, by star, and hashtag in visual mode. That's interesting, but I don't really know how I would implement that. Enable mouse by default. That's a bold move. How do we feel about mouse by default? 1 second. I want to know what people think about this. Mouse by default. Bueno. No bueno. No. There we go. All right. Insert and yeah. Oh yeah, there's this thing for tree sitters. Somebody put a thing in my chat for this, and it's kind of cool because you could add like camel casing. I think it's this right here. Let's try that. Let's go to options really quick, and we're just gonna pop this in our options. So we're gonna say spell is equal to all right. I probably have spell equal to false at some points. Do I not? Okay. Nah, I guess spell isn't anywhere here. So let's just, you know what? Actually, before I mess this up, let's just go to my config. I'm just gonna do it as the last thing that I do. Okay, so we're, oh yeah, I forgot. LunarVim already does stuff like that. So see how it's doing like spelling? But I'm pretty sure that I think what I'm doing here is that if I add camel casing, then it'll be cool maybe. So if I did something like, I don't know, auto command, right? And then, I don't know, we'll put a print statement around it. Right. Okay, so now it's complaining that it's not spelled right, but maybe if I put a C there, see? Look, see, it's cool with that. Now I wonder also if like snake is one, so if I put like that and I put like a C there, I guess that's already cool. I don't know, but maybe if this wasn't here, I don't know if this would still be cool. Let's find out. Let's reopen this. See how that's not cool now? Auto command is not a word like that, but if we put spell options equal to camel, it goes away. So that's kind of a new thing. If you're interested in making sure you're not making spelling mistakes and using proper words throughout your code base, you can do things like this, and you can add like the little camel thing to your spell options, which I think is neat. I don't know. 30 votes. 60% of people. 60% of people are noobs. All right. Let's see here. Just enter the stream from YouTube. Yeah. Enter the above the title. There's a hashtag the. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look into it because I. Okay, like, 1 second. If I go to my streaming thing and if I like refresh. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. I'm glad that the thing picture updated though. FCP? I don't know what that means. We'll talk about WinBar. Yeah. Well, I didn't know XDG state was a thing. A WinBar is another. Yeah, we'll talk about WinBar. I just want to talk about the stuff that I didn't know about yet. WinBar is kind of boring to me because I already knew about it. Where do you guys see this shit? I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Oh. Okay. Oh, this? I don't know what that is. Who cares? I'll sort it out later. I have no idea what that is though. If whatever. Who cares? Not a big deal to me. Let's see. Guess it makes sense, but seems confusing. Split so many paths. Yeah, I know. I don't really know the difference in my mind between like state and data. I kind of get it, like, but whatever. But it's another thing to be aware of, though. So just, you know, anyone who's here got that sneak peek, and now they know about all the important paths in Neovim. You don't like right now. WinBar? You don't like WinBar? Or maybe you're just not talking about WinBar. You're talking about something else. The gentleman of my stream. Football team? Nah, who cares? Code spell linter as well for null ls, I guess. Okay. Okay, we got there. Oh, it's from Odyssey? It might be from Odyssey. Interesting. It's official hashtag the. All right. Just make sure whenever you use the hashtag. Okay, we're done with that word. So yeah, so that spell, that was a cool thing. Somebody put in the chat. I don't know if anybody else has any other features. So let's take a look at. Another one here. Might as well talk about WinBar. WinBar is boring to me now because I've been using it for a while, but whatever. So we'll get rid of this. And let's go open up a project or something. Let's just open up my website. Yeah. Open up header. Okay. So I'm in like a JSX file. Actually, JSX is kind of a shitty thing to do this with because it doesn't like get that many things, at least with Navic. So I look at this thing at the top here. So I don't use a buffer line anymore. I use something that's called a WinBar. Okay. And so I'm going to open up 2 different files, and then I'm just going to open up, I don't have any other buffers. Let's open up a file post. Sure. No, this is not a good choice. Post.js, maybe? There we go. There's a good one. See how it shows all the things? So I'm using Navic, and I'm putting it up there in the WinBar. And it's nice because I don't need to use like a tab line thing. I always hated the tab line anyway, so I'm glad I got rid of it. But I kind of used it before to like know what file I'm on. But that would get confusing, especially with splits and stuff. So like, I got this thing now for this, and you can see it keeps state, right? So like, even if I switch, into the tree, all that state is saved right there. This is using Navic. You're not going to get all the cool stuff up there by default. The idea of WinBar is that you can put stuff up there. That's kind of the idea. So you can put things at the top of each window, and that's WinBar. So that's why it's called WinBar. It's a bar at the top of your window. It's not like the buffer line, because we can add the tab line back to the top too if we want to. So that would be stacked on top of that. But we have the WinBar up there now. So what this allows me to do, personally, what I use it for, is to know the name of the file. So I get to unclutter my status line down here, and then I put it up there. And then what I use it for is to know what context I'm in. So this is, for me, like super useful when I'm in like a giant JSON, or some dude wrote like a 500-line function because he's a savage, and you're forgetting what context you're in and that kind of thing. It's kind of useful to go, okay, well, I'm in this file, I'm in this function, I am on top of this particular constant, and then, I don't know, here's the callback that I guess I'm in, okay? So maybe that's something interesting to you. This is WinBar, and it's clickable now too. I'm not going to click on it. I don't have any clicks set up because I don't usually click on stuff, but, this is a mouse-heavy release, so, anyway, let's see here. So you can see, like, if you wanted to click on this, I don't know, maybe if you clicked on this, I actually don't know what that would do for you. Maybe if you clicked on I can't think of any reasons that you'd want to click this stuff, but you can do it now. You just have to set up callback reasons for what you would do up there. So same with the status line. Like I said earlier, it's clickable. So I use, and this is another thing, maybe you don't know about this yet, but let's do a split. Let's do like a regular split there. And let's open up like another pages. Contact. Okay. I don't have a contact page. Let's do social list. Okay. So you can see now too that you ever get that bar that's like, you don't get like a nice split here. You get like a whole another status line kind of thing, right? Or you get like, you'll have a status line for your tree, and then you'll have a status line for this page, and then you have a status line for the third. You can see now, I think this is a 0.8 thing. I don't remember if this is a 0.8 thing or a 0.7 thing. I can't remember. I think it's a 0.8 thing. But you can see that now we have, we can set last status equal to 3, and then we can get the global status bar. I may be telling you about a 0.7 release feature at this point, but I'm pretty sure this happened in 0.8. So you can see this down here. We got this global status bar. It doesn't change depending on what context I'm in. I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4 different status bars. I can just have one status bar. And so I like that. That's a 0.7 thing? Okay. Well, yeah, well, whatever. But anyway, it goes good with the WinBar, is I guess my other point. So if that is a 0.7 thing, then it goes good with the WinBar concept. All right. Also, there's like close to 80 people here, and there's only like 25 likes, so there should be more likes than that. So if you could kindly click the like button, that would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. This is kind of cool. So you got the vim.fs function, so you can get parents, directory name, base name, directory find, and normalize. This is kind of neat if you're a plugin developer. There's a new highlight for current search, so I guess you can change whatever current search you're on. See, this is why I ask for likes, because I can... Okay, look, I just got like 30 likes, or maybe like 20-something likes. So thank you for those who did that. Support scoped at spam.eggs.bakedbean group. I don't really understand highlights that well, so I'm not the one to explain that. Delay all simplifications. Yeah. Remove. I'm just kind of looking at this for myself. I don't know. Formatting will be different if you've been using LSP stuff to format things. Let me open up my config, not my LunarVim config, and explain this just for a second. So probably a few of you have set up LSP the way that I have, so it's probably not going to be that foreign if I show this to you. If we look at handlers, I think it is, and if we scroll down a bit and we go and take a look at this, see this command here? So ignore all this nonsense, but when you go to actually do a format, this is what you want to do now. Okay, you want to do vim.lsp.buff.format instead of like formatting. You probably have formatting in your config right now, so you want to swap this out. Otherwise, you're going to be getting nonsense with how you format. So make sure you fix that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. What about fork specialized on a particular language or topic, like one for web development? For LunarVim, I have that idea for starter.lvim will have that. It already has a Java IDE branch, and we're going to add IDE branches for every particular last thing that you want to do. I'm thinking about doing that for Hacktoberfest. Plain buffer in your Vim. Okay, that's not for me. Idea of something like Vim is not having 100 different editors for every possible language out there. Yeah, that's what I like about it. That's my favorite thing, is I use Neovim for every single thing. Yeah, that was that. Thank you guys for liking. What do you think about the Helix editor? I don't really care. Helix is cursed. I don't care. I don't know. It might be cool, but it's not for me, I guess. Another cool thing, LSP attach and LSP detach auto commands. So let's talk about those for a second, because that is being used in a very interesting way by in our Discord channel. His name, I think, is End. On LunarVim, because he's a LunarVim contributor now, his name is LVim user. He wrote a thing called inlay hints. So I think it's like, we can probably look it up. LVim user inlay hints. Okay, well, you can find it somewhere. It's definitely in my plugins, so if we go to my plugins really fast, search for LVim user. Yeah, okay, this is what it is. So we can yank enter this thing. Okay, and now we'll paste that in. Here we go. So LSP inlay hints is an interesting thing that's taking advantage of the LSP attach event, and this is new in Neovim 0.8. And I don't think LunarVim's using it for anything, but inlay hints does use this. And so let me show you how that's set up and let me show you what it does first. See this? See how I got like a local? I'm saying, okay, local, variable, all this stuff, and then we got string. You see that string over there? That's an inlay hint. Now, it should be inlay, so it should be over there. But we're not going to get that until probably at minimum the Neovim 0.9 release. So you can see, okay, it's here too, right? So we got pcall, and that returns a boolean for status okay, and table, it returns packer, right? So packer is a table, and that's a boolean. Now you can see the string down there too. So that's what inlay hints is. It's essentially just like giving you type hints, which is kind of useful. And it's really good for Rust, too. I don't know if I have it set up for Rust right now. Let's go find out. I got a Rust project over here. Of course I do, right? Let's give this a minute. See Fidget down here working tirelessly to let us know when Rust Analyzer finally finishes. All right, and you can see how it's like super useful for something like Rust, right? Because Rust gives you those implicit type hints. Things like this is like an option value. This is reference to value. This is character here. This up there is a string type, even though we can see it here. We don't actually have to like, you know, put like string here, like, you know, we don't have to do that because we can take advantage of the inlay type hints that our IDE gives us, right? So same thing with this, telling us it's an int32. This is a reference string, so and so. You can see them all over the place, right? Got like a map. Down here you got a bunch. Right, so this is a cool feature, and it takes advantage of this LSP attach event, right? So if you go look at my config, let's do alpha like this. Let's see. We'll look for inlay hints. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. When you go to set it up, we do create auto command LSP attach. He adds a group there. I don't know if that is the group that they talked about. No, I think that was already a thing. I don't know. Anyway, but you can see the LSP attached thing. He sets it up this way. So whenever your LSP is attached, we do a quick check here, and we say, okay. Actually, I think inside of their thing, they check and see if your language server supports it. I think. One second. Let me see here. Client. Yeah, essentially you just have to get the client, so you can get the client from there, and then you can pass that through, and then you can pass the buffer in as well. And then when every single time that your LSP is attached, this thing will run, and if you have the ability to show inlay hints, it'll show inlay hints. And it's got like a bunch of different things here too. Rust tools might take advantage of this too, so yeah, that's like a thing. You can filter, so there's a filter to the LSP active clients if you will use that for anything. Let's keep looking through here. Let's see. Okay, we got 71 votes. It's getting a little bit more split down the middle on the mouse thing, but if you're just like showing up or you haven't voted in this yet, I'd like to get your opinion on whether or not having mouse support by default in Neovim is a good idea. We're pretty split though. Post on detach example, that's useful. I don't have an on detach example, so if you have an example for on detach for me, that would be interesting. Will you share how you use LSP to highlight the under cursor word throughout the file? Yeah, I use Illuminate for that, but that's not like a new feature. So I use Vim Illuminate for that. So how I'm like highlighting, you see like if I highlight like a word like Vim, you see all like the Vims are highlighted and stuff like that. It's a plugin called Vim Illuminate. You can check that out. Now, on attach is a thing that's been a thing. This is a new LSP attach auto like event that will fire. So this event right here is gonna fire on LSP attach. That's my understanding. So this is a new group for that, and then it happens on LSP attach. So this is an event that happens. So I bet if we look up like help event like that maybe, and then if we look inside of here for LSP maybe, I didn't see it. Okay, maybe I'm full of it, but I'm pretty sure that's how this works. And on attach is something much more like if we go and look through the LSP section here, handlers, and then if we look at on attach, this is different. This is different. Like your actual on attach when you go to setup. Actually, I think I do the setup in Mason. So the Mason on attach. Yeah, so this is the ops. That's a thing that's already been there. This is an auto command. As far as I understand, that you don't need to use like this. You don't need to pass these things, and you don't need to pass a callback function into on attach. That's my understanding. Mouse by default can be issue when you don't have clipboard sync. Wouldn't be able to copy at all. Interesting. I thought it just used the plus register. I use inlay hints for Rust. I couldn't live without it. Yeah, I think it'd be really difficult to do Rust without inlay hints. You can make sure you're on 0.8. Hi, Chris. My Arabic and make sure you actually set up the text. NVIM Texas messed up. Do you have any solution for me? I don't think so, because I don't know much about that. RTL sounds tough. What's RTL? I might have missed it. But illuminate for me, making it underlined, not the whitish. Oh, okay. That's a highlight group. You got to go look for the highlight group for that. I have it set in. If you go look at the darkplus.nvim thing, it should be easy to find. Yeah, I don't have the answer for this. I'm sorry, I don't know. Right to left text. Where's the right to left text? I don't know. I might have missed it. Unless Arabic is right to left text, maybe that's why. Oh, okay. That must be it then. Okay. How can I prevent Tailwind, CSS, LSP, Starvim be started by default? Are you talking about that for LunarVim? We can talk about that. After this, we can talk about that. We got a couple more features we're going to go through, and then we can talk about LunarVim stuff. Oh, Arabic is right to left. I didn't know that. I learned something new. Okay, Arabic, Hebrew, and other languages. All right, well, I'm glad I get to learn something here. Well, see, you see how little I know about your problem, right? I didn't even know which direction to read the language. I would be reading your text backwards anyway. Let's see. So, place key codes, storing a little callback, viewport on jump. All right. So far, a lot of this other stuff is pretty boring to me. This is like tree sitter stuff. I don't think the new super cool thing with tree sitter, which is going to be hopefully be semantic highlighting, I don't think that made it into here. I'm positive that didn't make it into here. So that's a thing that's not really out yet. That's something I would have been interested in, but a lot of this other stuff I don't really know. Okay, here's another one: under double, under curl, and under dotted. That's a new thing. Okay, so people have been complaining about my color schemes for a little bit now, because they're like annoyed by like the under dotted and under curl and all the what all that stuff. And so actually the Rust project I was just working in has the list of them. So let's can I like go back? Oh, whoops, go forward. Okay. No. Yes. What? All right, I'm just confused. Clearly I'm confused. I'm confused by my jump list. Okay, whatever. Let's just go there and check it out. So it's going to be color gen, NVim, and we're going to go to main. Okay, so when I generate color schemes, I have these things, and so like some people have been complaining because under dotted is new. And so like I guess under double and a few of these other color like things you can do in a color scheme are new. So when we go and look over here, under double and under curl, those are things that, I guess this is for the terminal now, so I guess the terminal didn't recognize under double and under curl. But I'm pretty sure these are new anyway, because these did not work, like under dotted didn't work in Neovim 0.7, but it does work in Neovim 0.8. Let's take a look here. Add injections. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is all Greek to me. We went over WinBar. I'll probably create like a breadcrumbs wrapper around NVim Navic. By the way I'm getting this stuff up here is like the file name I'm getting conventionally, like a normal way. But how I'm getting like the function context, that's coming from Navic. The WinBar is the actual like space to put the text in, if that makes sense. So that's the difference. People are going to be confused about that for a while, I think. They see WinBar and then they see me like refer to this thing as WinBar, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just going to get breadcrumbs, cool breadcrumbs by default." And it's like, no, you're not. Clear message history explicitly. Okay, make right-click menu work properly with some multi-grid. Not that I know what that means. Allow to set the highlight namespace per window. Okay, that's kind of neat, I guess. We went over this, I guess. Make mouse move into UI. I don't know anything about that. Make Lua func graph. Okay. Input supported by type for cancel, return, and dict. All right. So I think those are all the new features. It is out. If you're not compiling from source, you probably can't get it yet, and you're probably going to have to wait. But that's, I guess, just how it is. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them here. Any other features you want me to look over, I can check those out.
If not, I'm going to get any other parts of the stream. So that's going to be like, that's the new stuff for Neovim that I'm interested in. I don't know if the team did like a stream or if they're going to do a stream later and go over the stuff that they want to go over. But that's what I care about, is the stuff that I just showed you. Let's see here. Yeah. GNOME terminal. There's other terminals. Yeah. Compositor. Yeah. Here, let me. Wait, what? Never mind. I was about to pin this, but no, my terminal's Kitty. I use Kitty. Once in an older stream. What was the question? What window manager? Yeah, pretty close. Basically this. I'm using Hyperland, Comic Code, and then Alacrity is not what I'm using. I'm using Kitty. There we go. Yeah, let's pin this. People are always asking this. All right. Westterm gang. Maybe I'll do Westterm in the future. All right, so we got about 100 votes. This is perfectly representative of the entire Neovim community with 96 votes. So we all like the mouse, apparently. Everybody likes the mouse. I'm surprised. Dude, I'm surprised this isn't like 10% like I don't like it, and then like 90%, or yeah, like 10% I like it, and then like 90% I don't like it. That's what I would have expected. Maybe I'll make a poll for that later. Right now, I think this is the most important poll. Yeah. Well, this is close enough. If I get any OS questions, I'll pin that one. How many? Many yesterday you mentioned auto session instead of autosave. What does auto session do in terms of saving from crashes or accidentally closing? I don't really know about that, but like for instance, all I can really show you is that, for instance, like if I go into like NVim here and I just open up NVim inside of here, it just is going to restore a session for wherever I was last. And that's something that I really like, and some people don't, but it's something that I think is neat. So, yeah. Also, a lot of people might be new here. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like. Make sure you do all that, all those helpful things. That was most of the Neovim, the new Neovim features that I'm interested in. I think it's useful for newcomers. Mouse support, not like this. Okay. Can make a spreadsheet at this point. Right. It's having a daemon running in the background and Emacs. No, not really. It's literally just a text file that shows you that just saves like where you were, I guess. That's the way I understand it, at least. All right. So now, what else did I say was on the list? Let's go here. Oh yeah, there's Hacktoberfest. I don't know how many people are actually doing Hacktoberfest this year, but we have a ton of Hacktoberfest issues open, and I'm going to be opening up more later tonight because tomorrow's going to be, if I click on this, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be October 1st, and then Hacktoberfest is going to get started. So I'm putting out a ton of issues and stuff like that in the LunarVim thing. So if you want to learn Lua development, if you want to work on maybe a few colors, where is this? I just had, oh, here it is. I have a few color scheme issues open, so if you want to work on some color schemes, let me show you a couple cool color schemes really fast, all right? Got the new Temple OS color scheme, all right? I made this in like 7 minutes, 2 streams ago. Great color scheme. Primogen's been doing color scheme reviews. He missed the best one, all right? And it comes bundled with the Temple OS font, all right? So you can use that. This is important. Check it out, all right? But there's a couple things and fixes that it needs. So we got some Hacktoberfest issues up about it, so you can check that out. Anyway, let's go to a few other ones. Synthwave is another one I made that is kind of interesting. It takes advantage of a couple new things. But so this is another color scheme that I need a couple fixes for and stuff like that. So I want to be able to change whether or not the cool highlighting features there. So that's like another Hacktoberfest issue. If you guys want to check that out, might be interesting to work on. Neovim from scratch needs some updates, so I'm going to add some Hacktoberfest stuff there. Probably a few people, at least in the chat, have gone through the Neovim from scratch playlist that I made. So, you know, this could use some love and some work. I got this color scheme here called Horizon that probably needs a few updates. I'll put some Hacktoberfest issues in about, so you can check that out. These are just, this is the more boring stuff. LunarVim.org is getting a rewrite. So if you want to check out the new LunarVim.org site, we're working on that now. I think if I go into the LunarVim development channel and here and not there and here and scroll up a bit, these are some of the concepts. So we'll go over to Figma. I just learned about Figma like recently. I didn't really know it was a thing. But so these are some new concepts here. So if you want to check that out, let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to be working on this, so if there's any React developers who are interested in doing some stuff there, we're rewriting the doc site, we're changing the website around a little bit. It should be pretty interesting. Hacktoberfest, so let's actually go to Hacktoberfest, because I said I would talk about that in the stream. Hacktober, you can win a t-shirt. That's what you need to know. It's all about getting the t-shirt. So you can register now. You can register all through October. It's like not a thing. It's not like super important. I guess it's already started, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so maybe it's on like a different time zone. So there is, I guess it's provided by DigitalOcean, and it's interesting because you can, it's all about open source projects. So I have some open source projects, and it's all about like, donating and not just money or whatever, but like donating your time, energy, learning about open source development, that kind of thing. You will get first 40,000 people to get like 4 PRs merged. They get some free swag, like a t-shirt or some stuff like that. So if you're interested, you can sign up here, and they have like a Discord. So I have their Discord here, and so you can go to project sharing, and if you have a project, you can share that in here. I don't know, like a Neovim plugin, whatever, who knows, right? And then if you go to my Discord, there's a link in the description, then you can go to the Hacktoberfest 2022, and you can talk about it in here. I'm going to be posting issues all throughout the LunarVim organization, and you can contribute, even if it's just some documentation. Even there's room for everybody to learn. If you're just learning how to do open source development, or you want to help improve the project or take on a bug fix or something like that, pretty much all PRs are going to be counted as Hacktoberfest PRs and all through October for me. And like I said, first 40,000 people to do it, they're going to get like a t-shirt, I guess, from these guys. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. So yeah, here's a link to the Discord if anyone's interested. So yeah, you can head over here to hacktoberfest.com, and then you can check it out if you're interested in doing something like that. Again, there's issues open, so if we go to LunarVim, I showed you a few of the color schemes. I showed you the website where there's going to be some issues open for that. If we go to LunarVim here, we go to issues. See, there's a few that are tagged with Hacktoberfest, right? So that's going to be there. Now, LunarVim 2.0. So right now, if you're on rolling, you can already take advantage of all the new cool features with LunarVim's got the breadcrumb stuff built in. It's got the okay, what you see right here is basically how LunarVim's going to work out of the box, right? Like, it's going to have all your LSP stuff and all that kind of nonsense, whatever else. It's going to have the breadcrumb thing here at the top, if you like that. It'll also have the other stupid show tab line thing, but I recommend not using that. It'll have telescope built in, right? You can search for files, you can search for text like throughout your project. We'll search for like cons, you can see like, whatever. We got terminals, cool terminal support now, so you can see we could open up like a split terminal down there. So let's go like this, and maybe it'll look a little bit better. Yeah, so you can do that, and it'll like hold state, whatever. So you got your terminal. You can bring up like a side terminal here. And the whole reason that we're doing that I recommend checking out something like LunarVim for some of these new stuff is that you can take advantage of some of the new cool features that are coming out, and you don't have to spend your time dealing with breaks and all this nonsense and maintaining 30 different plugins just for the cool IDE experience. So for instance, you can open up something like test.py here, and then we can open up okay, we got a cool little and this is plugins. This is not built into LunarVim, so all this bloat is not in there, but these are new cool plugins that you can check out that you could get working, right? So now, all right, so we got this function called test. We're going to call it here, and we're going to print it out. And so we can do, I don't know if I actually bound, yeah, okay, so I did bind it to that. All right, so now you can see, like, if you go through this, we have, like, all it does is, like, square whatever you put in there. So, like, 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, so on and so forth. But what's cool is if you go like this and you get rid of that, and we do like that, so you get rid of it, and then on save, it'll change this, like, output here. So all your prints will show up, and it's a great way to, like, debug maybe, like, an algorithm you're working on, or something like that. It's kind of cool. And these are just new plugins that are in Neovim that, like, people might not know about that I think are kind of cool, right? Same with, like, the inlay hints that I showed you earlier. I think those are pretty interesting. So you can check them out as well. Again, like I said, I'll have the tree built in. I'll have a bunch of other stuff built in. You get, like, this line and all these different things, and it'll all be configurable. You can turn on and off whatever you want. So yeah. Now 2.0, this is basically 2.0, but it's not released yet, and it will be released probably in about a week. I'm gonna make this out there because it's gonna take about that long for Neovim to actually make it to the repositories anyway. Now Neovim 0.8, I don't know when it's gonna get in there, but if you already have it, then you can get on the rolling branch and you can already test out some of this new stuff. Thank you for getting rid of these stupid things. I hate, they really spam me, huh? You still can't believe 16-year-old Germans can drink beer? Well, I was drinking beer at 16, so. How cool, might try to make something for a free shirt. Yeah, might as well. I wish I could give away free shirts, but I can't. Let's see. Pretty good, string 0. Yeah, pretty good. We gotta come up with a different way. We gotta come up with something new. I miss the days when I could open different instances of terminal in the center of the screen to have different tasks in parallel, although I'm using Tmux now, so no biggie. Yeah, I'd rather have, like, a window manager like this. You know, it's just nicer that way, in my opinion. Will you be looking at Hacktoberfest? Yes, I will be. I'm going to be participating as much as I can and, like, actually reviewing all the PRs and stuff like that. I'm already talking to people. I made these PRs, or these issues. So we're gonna track them, and we're gonna get them done. I'm gonna make sure to, like, tag them however they need to be tagged, so that you guys can actually claim that you finished the thing, and then you can go to get the T-shirt if you want it. No, I'm not German. Can we switch? Actually, I'm a little bit German, but, like, I've never been to Germany. Can we switch from normal to rolling and keep our current mappings and plugins? Probably, but, you know, there's gonna be a little bit of churn, so when you do update, there might be some like, problems with some old, like, things. So it's best to just introduce your config, like, piece by piece, and kind of, you know, make sure it still works. That's the way I would do it. Man, I wish there was yeah, I know. Let's see. So dynamic vertical terminal size, columns. Yeah, but I gotta wait till October 1st to merge your thing. And so it's things like that. Like, I'm gonna put in, like, small PRs that are, like, extremely achievable. And oh wait, nobody import. I always forget that this is ABZ coding. Yeah, this is another guy who who's an LunarVim contributor, big LunarVim contributor. So yeah. But yeah, so that's another one. This is an easy way to claim points right here. But I think someone already has a PR out about it. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Gabma's got me. That's Tech Pills, I think, on here. Everybody wants to have a different name. I guess fair enough. Like, I do too. Like, I'm Chris at Machine on YouTube, but I'm usually Chris at Machine everywhere, and just my GitHub is Christian Chiruli. So yeah. Tested. Yeah. So we can merge this later on, and then I'll put other ones out throughout October, and then you can do that. Yeah, we'll do that after the stream. I don't know if I can do it during the stream. I'll get, like, copyright struck. Could you do a quick recap? Just came here. Well, there's new features. It's out. You gotta wait for it to get to your package manager. Yeah, you can click and stuff now. And someone had a cool thing. How did this sneak in here? Someone had a cool thing when for, like, LSP commands for this. That was one of the cooler videos that I've seen come out of this. No, I'm like 25% German, I think. What's your opinion on Hyperland, debating if I should finally make the switch to Wayland or try to do... I would try to make the switch to Wayland. My opinion is very good. Look how smooth it is. Look at this. See, I can like hold it there, right? And look at that. Now, here's why it's a deal breaker to go to anything else. Look, I can zoom. I can zoom, dude. It's amazing. I love that. I love the ability to zoom in on web pages without doing Control Plus. So I can just zoom in on like a picture. I can zoom in like if I want to see something a little bit better, or I can zoom in on some text, or whatever else. So I'm a big fan of the zooming. I'm a big fan of being able to like easily do gestures and move between windows. And yeah, so those are the things I really like about it. Yep. Did a whole thing for the terminal thing. Did you? I'll have to look through the PR. Well, this is more complicated than I thought it would end up being. But we'll check it out, we'll read it, and we'll pull it down, and we'll give it a shot at some point. Not today, but probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's when I'm going to try to merge the most so that everybody can get t-shirts or get their opportunity to get t-shirts as fast as possible. Hyperland over everything? Yeah, I like Hyperland. I'm a big fan right now. We'll be able to get for each type of terminal? Yeah, I think so. I'll have to check it out. Oh, yeah, I'll review it on stream. Can you download and try out my Neovim config to see it for yourself? Because I think this can make LunarVim load in about 70-80 milliseconds instead of 130. The only thing I worry about is, like, is it actually speeding it up? Because the code has to run. That's the thing what people don't get with, like, speeding up their Neovim configs, as far as I understand, is, like, the code has to run. The reason it's taking all that time is because it just takes that time to run the code that gets the stuff going and started. So how can you really... It might say... You might just be tricking the thing that measures startup time speed. What's your graphics card? Is it NVIDIA? Absolutely not. I have an AMD 6600 XT or whatever. Yeah. NVIDIA GPU is pretty cringe. So many people have NVIDIA GPUs, and I just don't know why. Like, what are you using that thing for? If you're on, like, Linux and Neovim and stuff, like, you gotta get out of there. If you get the size and keep it static, it won't change when you resize the window, so you have to calculate it each time. Oh, that's interesting. All right, Tech Pills, I'll see you later. I'm looking forward to your new channel and your streams. CJA, is there something similar to Wayland for Mac? No. Not really. Wayland is kind of like a whole new display server, so I don't think so. Maybe you're saying for Hyperland for Mac, and maybe Yabai or Amethyst, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like racing Mac or like doing a Mac setup, I guess. Well, I guess I'll try to find try out Wayland and Hyperland this weekend. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I recommend it. I like it. All right, so that's the Hacktoberfest stuff. You gotta check out the issues on all the LunarVim repos. I will be posting them here in the Discord. Look, see here, Hacktoberfest 2022. So if you want to participate, I'm going to be posting them there, just throughout October, and we can do that. Everybody's got the NVIDIA GPU, man. I don't know. All right, so what else is there? What else did I say I was going to be going over this stream? We did Hacktoberfest. Talked about LunarVim 2.0. That'll probably be out, I want to say, by next week. Maybe a week or two from now. I don't know. I guess I should mention the new Matrix server, too. There's the new Matrix server that's down here, so if you want to get in on Matrix, then you can do that. This is the Matrix server. It's not Discord, but you can still talk to people who are interested in LunarVim and... Linux and memes and whatever else kind of technology stuff, topics that we have in here. Still fleshing out this community, but it is linked to Discord, so you'll be able to talk to the people in Discord in Matrix, and we have a lot more mods this time, so I think it's going to work out and be better. In the space that I invite you to, too, it'll get some visibility on just a couple other channels or rooms that I thought you guys might find interesting, like DistroTube's channel or this Linux channel or... the official Neovim one, so you guys can, ask questions there. I don't know. It might be good to... I don't know if they want a ton of traffic here or not. I think they probably do. They want people to know about this. Neovim has a Matrix chat, and you guys probably should be there since I think it's active. So, yeah. That's like a thing. But we have, like, Neovim chats and stuff like that in Discord, but, yeah. Can I bridge Hacktoberfest to Matrix, please? Yeah, I can do that. I probably can do that. All right, good night, ABZ. I don't know what time it is over there for you right now. For when crypto content, any possibility of Rust programming or HBAR SDK? We'll see. I want to get into that just as soon as the LunarVim and Neovim stuff dies down. So we have the 0.8 release, we have the new LunarVim stuff coming out, and Hacktoberfest happening. When that dies down a little bit, I'm gonna start looking into the programming Bitcoin book, and I'm probably gonna read that. And then I'm gonna be looking at Lightning Network applications. Maybe I'll look at some of the other stuff. Did someone mention that LunarVim covered Primogen covered LunarVim in a YouTube video that was out yesterday? He covered it a while ago, and he covered, I think, the older version and potential. I don't know. It wasn't as good as it could have been. I'm hoping that people will get a better impression from LunarVim 2.0 with the new with actually stable Neovim 0.8. I think it'll be a much more stable and consistent and better experience, in my opinion. I wonder if we should keep the auto load on the config. I'm starting to think that that might be something that maybe is kind of a pitfall for some people. Is created on blockchain? No. I hate shitcoins for the most part. Maybe I'll look at some shitcoin SDKs and stuff just for the hell of it, like HBAR. But I'm not really big into shitcoins. I'm kind of a Bitcoin maximalist. At machine blockchain, yeah. Bitcoin at machine, more like it. I feel like blockchain was invented for Bitcoin's use case, and it's not useful in any other context. And that's my personal opinion. Coverage could have been better. Yeah. I think 2.0 will be better. I think so. Temple OS contracts. Yeah. Well, we got some Temple OS.mvim contracts out there for Hacktoberfest, so that'll be interesting. Let's see. So we went over the Matrix server, went over LunarVim's timeline, went over Hacktoberfest. We got the Neovim 0.8.0 release. 142 votes, and people like mouse by default. It's bueno. So, yeah. I don't know. What does that say about the community? Not sure. But, I don't know. Oh, wow. You can do that too? What? Hold up. So I guess if you like highlight something, like if I double click, I highlight a word, and then I okay, no, like if I double click, but then also if I double finger click on this thing, then I can like copy it, and then if I come over here, that's fast, dude. I might just change my workflow to be like this instead of using keys. This is better than using keys. I'm going to use my mouse for most things, I think, now. Yeah, you gotta copy and paste the whole link for Matrix. You gotta like grab the whole damn thing for whatever. Oh, he doesn't even have a whole thing. I don't know. Hopefully it links you to the right place. If not, you gotta grab like this one. See this Matrix one? You gotta grab this whole thing. I don't know why their links suck so bad. I wish I could create like an alias for it, but that's just kind of the way that it is. Yeah, I'm converted to mouse development now. I'm only going to do mouse. I don't know how I'm going to type in new words. I guess I'll just use the words that show up in a file. So whatever words I already have when I get here, those will be the words I'm allowed to use. And I'll use that as kind of a handicap because I'm going to be coding better with the mouse anyway. What else can I do? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you can click on this if you don't like the mouse. Lunar Mouse Vim, yeah. We should create something called MouseVim, and we'll just like pop up a keyboard like down here at the bottom. Someone create a plugin so that we can like type with the mouse. So just have something down here so I can type on characters and spaces and stuff, and I'll just click on them and they'll show up in the buffer above. All right, and then you can do Neovim with just full mouse development. Yeah, here's a sus link. It is a good link though, so you can use this and it'll get you there. Have a script called. Anytime you make a file. Yeah, there you go. Wayland on-screen keyboards. Yeah, but it's not built into Neovim, so like how can other people use it if they're not in Wayland, you know? But I guess that's better than nothing. Alright, so we went over pretty much everything we wanted to go over. It's not going to be a long stream today. That's about all I wanted to do. Expect more issues. Please join the Discord. Consider, checking out chris@machine.com. You can figure out how to install you can go to the Neovim docs to, like, if the wiki, and you can go to install and install down here, and then you can, you know, find ways to install 0.8 if you're really itching to get at it and you don't have it yet and you don't know how to do this. But I also have a blog over on my website that kind of goes through different ways to install Neovim and pros and cons about why you might want to do it that way. Again, the channel, you can join the channel as a member. You can subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is free, and it helps out the channel very much. You can click the subscribe button, also the like button. I would appreciate that as well. You can follow me over on Twitter. Issues, look out for Hacktoberfest issues in the LunarVim organization. You can, you know, use those, and we can go do Hacktoberfest all through October, and that'll be kind of fun. Sponsor me over on here, Patreon. I don't know what this is. Neovim, yep. Check out Neovim. Go here. You can support the Neovim devs. I don't know where. Somewhere. Let's see. You can sponsor it here on Open Collective, so you can go check that out. Probably the best way is GitHub sponsors is the best way, I think. I don't know. They also have a website and a Bitcoin address down here if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to the new features. Again, Hacktoberfest. Check it out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll be doing another longer stream tomorrow that's going to be more focused on different issues for LunarVim and just development and stuff like that. This stream, I just kind of wanted to do the Neovim stuff and not go too deep into other things. Rings of Power is trash. Meant to SSI stream when you use mmap or telescope mapping instead of this. Got in trouble using which key. Which key's nice because it's good for new users to come in, press the space button, and get all the things that they're able to do. So that's why I like that. Like when Lang server shows complete, blah blah blah. Joining give me this cool badge. Yeah, joining does give you a very cool LunarVim badge. Just teach the Vim way. Patreon, thank you. All right, cool. All right, and so one last thing. If you didn't see this before, I just think this was kind of cool, so I'm just going to show it again. Where's the video? Yeah, is this it? Is this his video? Is this it with the keys and all? No, this is something different. Where's the video that he sent earlier? This is it. All right, so if you're looking at the new mouse stuff, this is kind of a cool video. I'm just going to show this again, and after the video's over, I'll get out of here. But you can see you can click on the new LSP features. I just thought this was a fun video that somebody put together right before the stream, so I don't know. I think it was kind of cool. What is this thing? There we go. See? We can do full mouse development now. It's the future. All right, so that's pretty much it for the stream, guys. I will see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, that's it.